Hello everyone, this is Professor Maloney, and today I'm prepared to discuss a introduction to your CGS1060 class for the summer B term at the MDC Homestead campus. Let me start by just mentioning the obvious, so that you're in a 6-week mini-term class, and technically your 6-week mini-term class is actually 5.5 weeks, because it's Monday, Wednesdays, and there's July the 4th, which is a Monday holiday. So you're only getting 11 class sessions rather than the 12 that a normal 6-week session gives you. Having said that, though, and even more importantly, is that you have as much content in this class as I give my students in 16-week full-term classes. In other words, you're not getting a quote-unquote break by taking a 6-week summer term class and only having to be taught half the material or 40% of the material that you would in a normal fall term or spring term class. So if you are taking this class thinking, I'm getting a nice easy A, well, you got it half right, because all my classes are easy A's if you do a good job. Okay, when I say do a good job, that means you're here every day. Okay, you must do all the assignments, and there are like 17 training assignments in this class. There are 9 projects in this class, and there are exams in your 5.5 week class. Nothing has been cut out. Nothing. Okay, so if you are not already very good with computers, if you cannot type very well, you should not be in this class. If you don't understand at least a little bit about Microsoft Office, you should not be in this class. If you do not know Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Access, Microsoft PowerPoint, again, at least to an extent, a little bit, you should not be in this class. You need to take a full 16-week term in the fall. So if you want to take me in the fall and get out of this class, I welcome you to. I want everybody to do well. I did mention, though, that half the class could make an A in this class, and that's actually the way all my classes are. Half the students in this class should make an A. Okay, should. Now, that still means, though, there's the other half. And so rather than some in the other half making a D or an F, I would rather you just drop the class now. Because it's a mini-term class, the last day for you to withdraw from this class and get a full refund is day 2, meaning Wednesday, June 22nd. Okay, so the second day of class, you must drop. You must drop to get a full refund. For those of you that know Word very well, PowerPoint very well, Excel a little bit, Access a little bit, you can do well in this class, but only if you have a lot of time. So if you also work full-time while you're taking this mini-term class, that's not going to make it easy for you to make an A in this class. Most students will probably need to work about 3 hours every day of the week, meaning more or less 21 hours a week, to do well in this 5.5 week class. Okay, just to let you know, you're going to be taking an exam on day 3, which is the second Monday off the class, meaning Monday, June 20th is day 1. Then Wednesday, June 22 is day 2. Monday, June 27 is day 3. And then 3 days after day 3, but counting day 3, so in other words, day 5, you're taking your second exam. And that, just to let you know, is on Microsoft Word. The first one's on Windows 10. Then 3 days after that one, you're taking an Excel exam. 3 days after that one. But every time I say 3 days, I'm counting the exam day. So I'll show this when I get to the syllabus, so you can kind of see, wow, there is a lot of stuff happening. But anyway, so that's that. So if you do not think you can get an A in this class, then I'd say, drop it, but drop it in time to get a full refund, and then take it again in the fall. And if you don't want Professor Maloney, there's nothing wrong with that either. I'll only be teaching 2 of these classes in the fall, because I'll be teaching 2 C++ classes and a class I created for the for MDC Online as well. So I will, not be teaching this class much in the fall. If you need to take C++, take me in the fall if you want to. Again, it would be a lot of work, but it's a full 16 weeks for it. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is just talk about this class, all right? But also give a little bit of information about modalities. Because some of you, this may be your first class at MDC. For some of you, it may be your first MDC Live class. For some of you, it may be your first Homestead campus class, but you've taken other campus, other classes at other Miami-Dade College campuses. So anyway, there's 4 different modalities that we have, all right? So let's just, there's no order per se, there's no right or wrong modality, by the way, but there's 4 modalities. So the first one, and again, I'll just say it's the first one, it doesn't really matter, it's not technically the first one, but MDC Online. So MDC Online is a class that is strictly online. The professor gives you a syllabus. He or she sets up exams, sets up training, sets up lessons, sets up projects, sets up assignments of whatever type they have, and you get X number of weeks to do it all, okay? There's no face-to-face meetings with the professor unless he or she offers virtual office hours, face-to-face virtual office hours. So the MDC Online is what we call asynchronous. Asynchronous means you can do your assignments at 2:30 in the morning, you can do your assignments at 2:30 in the afternoon, you can do your assignments at 6:30 in the morning, you can do your assignments at 6:30 in the evening. Doesn't matter when you do them, and that includes tests, okay? So that's one modality. Another modality is face-to-face. Most of you have probably heard of face-to-face before. That means you go into the Homestead campus, perhaps you go to G102 or D308, wherever your class is, okay? You go there and you're in your chair, in your desk seat, for an hour and 40 minutes or 50 minutes or whatever length of time that particular class is. You do everything in front of the instructor in the classroom, okay? Another modality we have is MDC Blended. Blended means about 25% of your classes, so about 1/4 of your classes are required to be done in the classroom, okay? And the other 3/4 of your classes, meaning 75%, so the majority of your classes would be done online, okay? They may be online at a particular time or maybe online asynchronous, but either way, that's blended. And then the 4th modality is the one that I teach now. It's the only modality I currently teach. And actually, it's the only modality I've taught since the COVID-19 pandemic started back in March of 2020. And that's MDC Live. So what is MDC Live? Well, MDC Live is this class, okay? You are required to attend 2 required class sessions, live class sessions, every Monday and every Wednesday, okay? If you miss 2 of those sessions, I reserve the right to drop you. Why? Because that is a requirement of MDC Live. You must be in class. You're not showing your face. I mean, you can if you want, but you'll see my face, whether you like it or not, whenever I'm talking. But you'll also see a lot of videos that I do to demonstrate things, okay? But you can only take your exams during class times, okay? You have plenty of time to do your work again, as long as you have a lot of time, but you must attend class 2 days a week, and it's based on what you see in your schedule. So if you look at your schedule, your class is from 5:20 until 9:50. I believe that's the time, 5:20 until 9:50, okay? The first 3 hours, 5:20 until 8:20, are face-to-face required, okay? Well, again, I'm saying face-to-face here, but I'm saying MDC Live. So you're going to go into Collaborate Ultra, and I'll show you where the link is for that as part of the rest of this overview video. And you're going to have to be there so that I can see that you're there, and you can write me notes, or you can just use your mic and say, Professor, can I ask you a question? And that kind of thing. But you're required to be there from 5:20 until 8:20. And then on your schedule, you also see TBA for lab hours. Well, lab hours are in here. So basically at 8:20, I'll give you a 20-minute break. So from 8:20 until 8:40, you have a break. And then at 8:40 p.m. on Monday and Wednesday nights, you have an optional. Optional means you do have a right not to attend, okay? But if you want to attend, or if you're really confused about things in class, I suggest you attend, okay? And that goes from 8:40 until 9:50. So basically, you can be in class and with me in an office hour session from 5:20 p.m. until 9:50 p.m. minus 20 minutes of a break from 8:20 p.m. until 8:40 p.m. And again, I'll get into that again after. But that's required classes. So MDC Live, if you miss 2 classes, 2 out of 11, I will drop you. I mean, that's the bottom line. And by the way, if you missed day 1, this video is going to be shown on day 1, which is Monday, June the 20th. And today, just to let you know, is Tuesday. No, it's Wednesday, June 15th. So I'm making this video Wednesday, June 15th. All right. Okay. So now let me start. So you've seen what your professor looks like. Now let me share my screen with you, and then we'll kind of talk about certain things in the class, all important things. So I'm going to share my screen. All right, so I'm going to go into the content, all right, and I'm going to now go into your view. Okay. This is the way your computer sees this class. So when you come here to my class, which is CGS1060C, 2225 means it's the summer term. 2679 is your class reference number, okay? And these are all links, all right? I'm going to talk about little bits of these links in this particular video, okay, just so that you at least have an idea as to what's going on. So homepage. Homepage basically is where I post announcements, and I don't post many announcements, but there will be a welcome announcement before class begins, reminding you that you must come to my required live Collaborate Ultra session, the link I'm hovering on right now, okay? But I don't do many announcements. So this page, the home page, is not the most important for you, all right? The next one's a very important page, the syllabus and tentative schedule of activities. If you want to download the syllabus, just click this link here and download it, okay? The syllabus, though, is showing on your screen as I scroll down right now, okay? See, there's a lot of stuff in my syllabus. A lot of stuff. And at the end of my syllabus is what I call my tentative assignment schedule. Okay, tentative schedule of activities. So, which tells you basically what's going to be happening. I'm going to come back to this after a while. Okay, let's start up here at the top at some of the important things. So, this class is from June 20 through July 27. Okay. It's mini-term B session, which basically means the last 6 weeks of summer. And because July 4th is a holiday and it's a Monday, Wednesday class, like I said, it's 5.5 weeks. All right. Okay. Now, if you want to send me a message, you don't send me any messages in Blackboard. Okay. I will not reply. Okay. But if you send me an email, my name is Professor Maloney, Maloney with a Y. My email is jmalone1@mdc.edu. So if you have a question for me, you send me an email, and I make a promise to my students that not many professors do. I promise to reply to every email within 24 hours, 7 days a week. I also will tell you that most of the time I reply within hours. Many times I reply within minutes, but never will you have to wait more than 23 hours and 59 minutes. That's the worst case scenario, okay? All right, so that is how you contact me. If you phone my office, this is my office at the Homestead campus, I will not be there. I'm not working in my office. I'm working at my home office. I'm working remotely. But if you do call that number and leave me a message, I will reply to you, but I won't phone you. I'll reply via email. So when I find out who left the message, I'll look up his or her email and I'll send them an email, okay? But don't call me, it's the bottom line, right? Okay, now here are the 2 required class sessions at Collaborate Ultra that you need to attend every Monday and every Wednesday. The first one, sorry, is the one you must attend. It's live remote required class times. MW stands for Monday, Wednesday, 5:20 p.m. until 8:20 p.m. Literally for 3 full hours, you are required to be at my Collaborate Ultra sessions, okay? Then there's a 20-minute break from 8:20 until 8:39. Then there's an optional, but they're live. So live, remote, optional office hour sessions. And they go from 8:40 p.m. until 9:50 p.m. If you do not want to attend, you do not need to attend. Do you need to attend the required classes though? Yes. There's automatic attendance in Collaborate Ultra. If you miss 2 times, what do I reserve the right to do? Drop you. Will I drop you? Yes. So do not miss. If you miss day 1, you can't say, Professor, I signed up for the class late. Well, big deal. I'm sorry you signed up late, but class started on Monday, June 20th. So if you are not in class from this Collaborate Ultra link on Monday, June 20th, you're marked as absent. So then if you miss another day, that's 2 absences. And again, I reserve the right to drop you. All right. Okay. All right. So what I just said is basically these first few paragraphs. Okay. I'm not going to talk anything about really what I did at the Federal Reserve Bank and then everything else collegiately and stuff. You can just read that if you want to. Purpose of the course: help students gain a better understanding of computers, but especially, most importantly, a better knowledge of the Microsoft Office 2019 suite of applications. Knowing how to use Microsoft Word, Excel, Access, and PowerPoint very well is a great way to get a leg up on the competition in the job market, because most jobs require a knowledge of these applications. And when an employer is faced between hiring 2 people, 2 very good people, let's say, well, one of the best determinants of who gets a job is their knowledge of MS Office. Particularly Excel. Every company uses Excel. Microsoft Access. Every company uses databases. Microsoft PowerPoint. Every company uses presentation software. So the more you can learn about those things, the better, okay? This course introduces information processing, the operation of a microcomputer, and usage of an operating system. Applications in word processing, presentation files, integrated electronic spreadsheets, and electronic filing systems are covered, okay? This course consists of 3 hours lecture and 2 hours of lab. You're going to have a lot more than 2 hours of lab because there's just so much to do, especially in a 5.5-week term, okay? Now, I'm not going to read the rest of these, but you can see the specific objectives. I will stop only when I want to stop for important things. So the first, or the next, I'll say important thing is Roman digit 4, the number you see right here. Required text and materials, Okay, let me actually make this a little bit bigger just in case. Okay, all right. So required text and materials. This class requires you to purchase a MindTap access code. The access code must, well, I'll fix that. Must be purchased by the second day of class, Wednesday, June 22nd. Let me exit the preview now and take care of this right now. All right, so syllabus. Let me edit. Must be. It is there. See? But I didn't roll it. So let's see the access code. Why do I have to hard roll that? That's ridiculous. Oh, well, so that really was a-okay, but I'm going to submit it now anyway. All right. Going back to that though. All right. So you must, absolutely must, buy your access code by the second day of class. Second day of class means Wednesday, June 22nd. You can buy it online at the link below, okay, which is this one I'm just now hovering on, or you can buy it in person at the Homestead Campus bookstore, okay. If you click this link, I'll just do control click on my link. It'll then open up the bookstore for Homestead, okay. You scroll down and that is what you're buying. You must buy this access code. It costs $86.75, but I always say it may not be accurate. It may be $10 more. It may be $5 less, but it's approximately that amount of money, and you need it for the class. In the old days, we used to have to buy books. You guys have to buy access codes. And the other thing that this access code does is allow you to do the training, the projects, the practice exams, and the exams at the MindTap site, which is what we use in this class, MindTap, okay? So if you do not buy this by the second day of class, you need to drop. And remember, the second day of class is also the last day to drop with a grade of W. To drop with a full refund. So make sure, if you cannot buy the access code, do not say, Professor, financial aid didn't give me money or whatever. Well, financial aid money is done on a schedule based on what classes you're taking, what term you're in, etc. We all know there are rules. So if you are on financial aid and you apply for your financial aid on time, you have this access code purchased, no problem. Okay, if you are paying for college yourself, congratulations to you. That's a wonderful thing, because then you don't have to pay it back afterwards, obviously, unless you're working something out with your parents perhaps. But either way, you do have to have this access code. There are 5 exams in this class, 9 projects in this class, 17 training activities in this class, and probably about 12 practice exams. No, more than that. Anyway, a certain number of practice exams which are ungraded, and they're all included in this access code. If you do not have the access code by day 2, then on day 3, when you take the first exam, you won't have done any training. You won't have done, perhaps not even done the exam. And if you miss an exam, to make it up, you need to send me an email before the exam schedule date, and you must make it up with a 20% late penalty. I don't want anybody to have late penalties. So if you're in this class, note this is required. All right. All right. So that's that. Going back over here to my content page. Oh, you know what? I left my, where the heck am I? Get out of that. That's closed now. Where the heck? I closed my, God bless it. I closed that page. Oh, well. All right. Let me just open up mdc.blackboard.com again. Let's see if I All right, upcoming courses. And here. Okay, sorry about that. So on my syllabus again, all right? So now as I scroll down it, when I get to that page where it said before purchase the required, and you do note that the MindTap access code does pop up as part of that now. It just didn't word wrap for some reason. But anyway, so hopefully there's no other little occasions or occurrences of that in the syllabus, but if so, sorry about that. So this is the link where you go to buy your access code. You need to have it, all right, by the second day of class. If you do not purchase the required access code by Wednesday, June 22nd, you will have to be dropped from the class because the first exam is on the third day of class, which means Monday, June 27th. And it's based on training assignments at the MindTap website, which I'm going to show you before the end of this video. Okay, but I'm not going to keep going forever. I'm just letting you know. All right. So now you need to understand that you must have Microsoft Office, okay, for this class. Now, if you have an old version of Office, whether for a Mac or for a Windows computer, okay, you need to make sure that you have a good enough version that you're going to be comfortable using it when you're doing projects. Projects are independent assignments at the MindTap site, and I'm going to be creating demonstration videos for one module for Word, for another module for Excel, another module for PowerPoint. You'll have to do 3 projects for each of those modules. Okay, I'll demonstrate 1/2 of the first project via video to let you know how they work. Okay, but the point is that if you have, let's say, Office 2016, or if you have Office 2014, if you have a Mac, if you have an older one, in other words, you need to make sure that you get the one that we offer you for free. So if you go to the MDC library link that I'm hovering on right now, let me again go to your view. Okay. So here's your library link. You click the library link, and over here on the right side, it says Office 365 Student Advantage. And then if you read it, it says Office 365, that's Microsoft Office, gives students enrolled at the college access to the latest versions of the Office suite with all the features and functions you've come to expect. So you click this link, okay, and then you read, and whether you have a Mac or a Windows computer, you can download this Office 365 Pro Plus to your computer, and technically you can download it on up to 5 devices. Okay? If you do not do this and you're using an old version, again, you won't be able to get as good of a grade on the projects in this class. All right? So make sure you do this. And then, of course, you just click this link, sign in, and do the download. All right? Okay, so that is that. Go back over to my syllabus. All right, now, so remember this first link here, course materials results page, brings you to this page here, course materials results, which is the Miami-Dade College Homestead Campus bookstore. Okay, when I was over here, remember, that's it, and you just buy the book. Again, it's an access code, but you buy it from there. All right, okay. And then I just told you that you must buy the access code by Wednesday, June 22, or you need to be dropped from the class. In other words, I will drop you if you do not purchase that by Wednesday, June 22nd. Okay, it's an 11-day class. Wednesday, June 22nd is already the end of the first week, you know, in terms of class times, you know, because Monday'd be over and Wednesday'd then be over. So you need to make sure you do what you need to do in this class. All right. Okay. Now, next thing is the grading criteria. So here is how your grade is set up in this class. You get 2% of your class grade is based on a bio post. I'll show you where that is in a little while. Okay. Then everything else is done at the Cengage MindTap site. You get 16% of your class grade comes from doing Cengage trainings. There are 17 required trainings. So each one is worth just a hair less than 1% of your final grade. But cumulatively, those 17 trainings are worth 16% of your final grade. Then there are 9 projects, and those 9 projects make up 32% of your final grade. And these projects are the ones that you do on your own computer with your version of Microsoft Office. So if you don't have it, again, you need to go to that library link that I showed you in Blackboard, and then click it and download the Office Pro Plus software for free after you sign in to prove your you put in your MDC login credentials. Okay. All right. Then also at the Cengage site, I didn't put Cengage, but these are Cengage MindTap exams, and they're worth 50% of your class grade. So 98% of your class grade comes from Cengage MindTap. Okay. So if you do your bio post and you don't have Cengage on your computer, you'd get 98% as 0, 2% as 100, assuming you did everything right on it, in which case then you'd get a 2 out of 100 in your class, which would be an F. So again, make sure you get this, download Cengage MindTap. Register by buying Cengage MindTap. And I'm going to have another video demonstrating how to register at the MindTap site. Okay. All right. So there are 5 exams in this course. 5 exams. They're going to be taken remotely. Let me make it even bigger just in case. Oh, and this is also why that thing didn't show, because I made it bigger over here. And now it's going to show even less, obviously. So 5 exams, but they must be taken during the dates and times listed in the course schedule of activities at the end of the syllabus. Okay, you can take up to 70 minutes for each exam. Technically, you get up to 70 minutes for Windows 10, which is your first exam, Microsoft Word, which is your second exam, and Microsoft PowerPoint, which is your 5th exam. You get 80 minutes for Microsoft Excel, which is your 3rd exam, and 80 minutes for Microsoft Access, which is your 4th exam. But look at when these exams begin. Okay, the first 4 exams all begin at 7:30 p.m. And what is it? They're going to occur on a Monday or a Wednesday night. One is on a Monday, the other 4 are on Wednesdays. Okay, the first is on Monday, the 3rd day of class, so it's Monday, June 27th. And then the other 4 are on Wednesdays. So basically what it amounts to is every Wednesday starting in week 3, you have an exam. So Wednesday, week 3, Wednesday, week 4, Wednesday, week 5, Wednesday, week 6, you have an exam. And Monday, week 2, you have an exam. Okay. All right. You must be in class, and I'll show you the link. I have a required exams link too in our class in Blackboard. So let's go back up here. Okay. Go into our content. What's going on? You know what? I need to make this small so I can see what I need to see. That's the problem. Okay. So now I can show you everything. All right. So, and now you know what? I probably got this twice. But anyway, so here is where your required live class sessions are. Okay. You'll see that there's 3 links. This one here, class overview, won't be there. It just, anytime I create a video, I create it in Collaborate Ultra, and it deletes itself after I've done the recording. So this won't be here. But these 3 links here, you're going to see in this class. So the first one is required live class sessions. They recur starting on Monday, June 20th, all the way to Monday, June 25, and they go from 5:20 p.m. until 8:20 p.m. If I click this link or I click this down arrow here, they open up. So you see then that the first one is going to be June 20 to June 20, 5:20 to 8:20. They let you in 15 minutes before time. So if you get there at 5:05, that's great. You can talk to your classmates. I'll get there at about 5:17 or 5:18, but I'll never be late. Okay, and I will be there every week, twice a week, every Monday and every Wednesday. You do the same. So 6:20, 6:22, 6:27, 6:29, 7:06, 7:11, 7:13, 7:18, and 7:20, and 7:25. All those are required. Sometimes you'll see they end at 8:20, which is most of the time really. But when we have an exam, because I make the exams be done during class, so everyone here that says it ends at 7:25, there's an exam that day, which will be accessible from this required exam sessions link down in the bottom. Okay, so that's the required. So on on Monday, June 20th, this is going to be the link you guys are in. Sorry, this one right here. Okay, but you cannot get into the classroom, if you will, until 5:05 p.m. All right. Okay, so that's the required live classes. Then there's the live office hour session. So the required session ends at 8:20. So then if you want to eat a quick dinner or a quick sandwich or a quick something, or just have a tea or a coffee, then 8:20 to 8:40, 8:20 to 8:39 is the time to do it. And then I've got these live office hour sessions. I'm only there for 15 minutes. So from 8:40 until 9:05, I'll be there. As long as there are students there asking me questions. So if you pop in at 9:10 and there's nobody else there, I'll already be gone. So your thing is you need to be there between 8:40 and 8:55. After 15 minutes, if there's students there, I stay as long as they're talking, as long as they're asking me questions, as long as they're asking me things. But at 9:06, if nobody's there, I'm gone because I don't want to sit there in front of a computer doing nothing if there's no students there. Okay. All right. So that's the required live sessions. The optional live sessions. And then this last one is required exam sessions. So the required exam sessions, I said the first 4 exams all start at 7:30. So on 6/27, that's day 3. That's your first exam. Okay. That's Monday, June 27th. At 7:30, you have an exam. You get 70 minutes for it. So if you start it right at 7:30, at 8:39, it's over. If you're still on it at 8:40, they're going to charge you a 20% late penalty. Okay. But if you've been on it 70 minutes, they won't. It'll just end it. They won't let you continue. All right. So if you start the exam at 7:15, as an example, if you're one of these students that likes to come to class late, well, you're going to, let's say you get there at 8:30 or you get there at 8:45. Well, you only get until 9:10, and 9:10 is when it ends. So 9:09 is what you get. So if you started at 8:45, you only get 29 minutes. Okay. But at 9:10, it will charge you a 20% penalty, even if you only have 1 question left. So you make sure you monitor your exam times, and we'll talk about this in class on day 1. All right. So anyway, 6/27 is Windows 10 exam. Wednesday, July 6th, after a Monday, July 4th holiday. So Wednesday, July 6th is Microsoft Word exam. Then the very next Wednesday, July 13, Microsoft Excel exam. The very next Wednesday, July 13 for Excel, Wednesday, July 20th for Microsoft Access. And the last exam, though, then begins at 5:20. The reason being, it's not a class. The last class day is just your required last class exam. So I have it at 5:20, and at 7:10, class is over for the night, but also for the term. Okay. All right. So that's enough of that. Now, discussion boards. There's a bio requirement. Okay. And here is me demonstrating doing the bio. So you must create a thread. So first you're going to click this link, but read this first. You must create a thread with your biography. It must include 2 paragraphs of information. And you note I state what a paragraph is. It's 4 to 6 sentences in each. And it's 4 to 6 complete sentences. Okay, 4 to 6 complete sentences in each of 2 paragraphs. So you need to give me 8 to 12 full sentences. Tell me a little bit about yourself, your major maybe, where you're from maybe, where you see yourself living in 5 years maybe, what you like to do maybe. You must attach a picture of yourself. It is required. And additionally, you must also reply to at least one of your classmates' posts, saying hi to that student or asking him or her a question or whatever. All right. And then down here, so this thing here, you just click the bio. I can't click it now because it's not available for you yet, but it'll be available and it's going to be due at the end of the second class day. All right. Okay. Now here is an optional forum. This is for you guys. So you can click this thing here and create a thread. Hey, this is John Smith. Anybody want to have a Zoom session with me at Monday at 6 o'clock or whatever? And then you set up a little session with you, or WhatsApp, or whatever app you might like to use to communicate with people. Okay. And if you want to do that, you guys can do that. I don't monitor this thread. All right. Okay. So that's discussion board. I showed you the library link. I said that's specifically for if you need to download or want to download Office 365 Student Advantage for free. Okay. Shut that up now. The library always opens in a new tab. Right. So get rid of that one as well. Okay. Then if you want tutoring, there's tutoring available for this class. It's a CGS class. So let me show you how this works. You click MDC tutoring. Okay. Then you click your campus. If you're not a Homestead student, then whichever campus you're in, click it. But for most of you, you're Homestead students. So when you click that, it tells you the types of tutoring. You're NTech. For this class, you're NTech, which is engineering and technology. So CGS tutoring. So you click it and then just follow the prompts. Okay. You're not technically joining a session. You're going to be putting your name down there because you want information about tutoring. Okay. So you just put in your name there, click join session. It's not going to really be a session. It's going to be them asking you information about what you're looking for. And then they will tell you when they can have a session with you. All right. But that's what you do for it. And it's free. It is free. All right. So that's that one. I'll close that down now. All right. Back over here again. Email link to Professor Maloney. I put this one here because if you want to send an email, okay, you can then just send it to me, but you have to find it. Send email to all of the instructor users in the course would be me here. Okay. So if you want to do that, but you saw in the syllabus, it's jmalone1@mdc.edu. All right. All right. And this thing here, Smart Thinking Online Tutoring, that's something I don't know anything about. It's not a product that is us. It's somebody, it's like some company. So I don't think you're interested in it, but it's there, whatever, just in case. Okay, so that's all that. All right. Now, the one that's the most important other than the syllabus is Student Start Here. All right. You must click this link and register, as I said, by the second day of class. All right. So you must do that. You would just click here, create an account, follow the prompts. I'm going to have a video where I demonstrate it, so I'm not going to do that for you now. But I'll tell you what, I'll get out of your view to show you my view, and I'll show you the class real quick, what's at the Cengage site. So I click the same link as you, and I click the same link as you. But now I'm carrying my credentials. So it's going to bring me to the class, which I created, okay? And I'll just kind of briefly show you what's in it. All right, so 2225-2679 Summer B Term class, that's it. You're going to be taking operating systems stuff. Anything that has an orange built-in bubble is something you must do. You see, it's due June 27, this Windows 10 training, and it unlocks at 12 a.m. on Wednesday, June 22nd. In other words, all day Wednesday, all day Thursday, all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and all day Monday until 5:19, you can be working on this training. It's only 21 tasks, okay? And you can be on it, but you must complete it by then, or it's going to give you a 1 week extra time, but with a 20% penalty. When you see an L, it just means a late penalty will be applied. The exam, I mentioned all the exams are done in class. Well, this one unlocks June 27th at 7:30 p.m. Well, look at June 27th. It's Monday, June 27th, right here, just in the middle of your class. Okay, so it's going to be unlocking at 7:30. The exam will be due at 9:10. But if you started at 7:30, you get 70 minutes or until 9:10, whichever comes first. So if you start at 7:30, then at 8:30 you've done, well, really at 8:29 you've done 60 minutes, and then you get 10 more minutes. So basically at 8:39 your 70 minutes would be up. But most of you can do this exam in probably 15 minutes. Okay, and this exam is based on this training. That's the key. This exam is based on this training. All right. Now notice it's unlocking on June 22, and it's all done by June 27. But let me just go down to Word now and show you what. So next is Word. Okay. But if I click on Word now, there's 4 modules instead of just 1. There's a lot more work. And it also unlocks on June 22. In other words, it would be impossible for you to just start Word after you finish Windows 10. So the very second day of class, the Word training and Word projects, and look how many there are. Remember, they have orange filled in bubbles. You have to do those things. Okay. There's an optional practice exam. You should do it, but it's practice. You don't have to do it. Then there's module 2, same dates. Everything unlocks June 22. It's all due July 6th at 5:19 p.m. That's a Monday. Oh, sorry, in this case, that's a Wednesday, because Monday the 4th was a holiday, will be a holiday. Same with module 2 project. Again, orange filled in bubbles. Projects, by the way, you get to do 3 times. Trainings, you get to do an unlimited number of times. Okay. And then another optional practice exam, and yet another module of training. Okay. Required. Same dates, June 22, due July 6th. Another project. Projects, by the way, take a good hour. Trainings can take anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour, depending on how much material, how much you know about the subjects. So when you have 4 trainings and 3 projects on Word, logically, you know that's a minimum of 10 hours of work. Minimum of 10 hours of work. Okay. And then you got practice, module 3 practice. And then finally, there's module 4. No projects for module 4. But module 1, 2, and 3, there's projects and training. Module 4, there's training. And all modules have a practice exam, which is ungraded. And then you take the Word exam, but again, in class. It'll be Wednesday, July the 6th, starting at 7:30. You get 70 minutes, which means that up until 8:39, you're A-OK. But if you don't come to class until 8:30, well, you know, you only then get 39 minutes to do the exam. Okay, otherwise a 20% late penalty. After Word is Excel. Same thing, it unlocks the second week of class. So even though this is the middle of the Word portion of the class, you have to get ahead and start Excel because you only have 5.5 weeks in the class. And I'm not going to go through the rest of these, but they're all the same. Excel has 4 trainings that are required, 3 projects that are required, just like Word. Microsoft Access has 4 required trainings. Okay, same thing. They unlock the 3rd week of class. Okay, even though this is the day of the Excel exam, and then you get, sorry, the day of the Word exam, but it's also in the middle of the Microsoft Excel part of the class, because again, I'm giving you basically 13 days for each of these kind of modules, but the first week of the one you're on is the same time as the last week of the other one that you were on. So in other words, there's a lot of stuff happening every middle week, every second week, if you will. Anyway, so in Access, though, there's no projects. So there's 4 trainings and 4 practice exams. Again, look for the orange filled in bubbles. That's what's required. Okay. And then the Access exam is Wednesday, the 20th. Okay. And then after that, sorry, that's the exam. And then the next one is PowerPoint. Let me collapse all. PowerPoint is up here, but it's the last module we do. And the PowerPoint exam, this is the one that unlocks at the beginning of class time, 5:20 p.m., because it's not really a class day. It's a final exams day. So I started at the very first minute of that class rather than make you wait till 9:30 or 7:30 or whatever I said before. Okay? All right. So that is that. That's going to end this overview. It's a lot of stuff. I hope you learned some things from it. You can play this video 2 or 3 times if you need to. It'll be stored. Let me show you where it's actually stored. Let me go back over to here. So there's a, let me get out of your view. Course videos created by Professor Maloney. This video will be in here by the first day of class, the one that this class overview is. But there will also be a MindTap overview here on that first day of class. And there will be a Windows 10 training. And there will be probably a Word training the second day of class. So there's a lot of videos that will pop up, probably 10, 11, or 12 by the end of the term. All right, have a great day. I hope I didn't scare you off, but if I did, it's for your own benefit. So I wish everybody the best.